I went to the emergency room twice with anxiety attacks thinking I was having a heart attack. And I'm making this video so that you will not have to go through the same thing. In this video, you are going to learn the 7 success mindset tips to avoid burnout. No matter if you're a busy parent or if you're an entrepreneur scaling your business to $1 million, $10 million, $100 million. I've gone through it all so that you don't have to. Hi, my name is Craig Valentine. I'm the host of Early to Rise Radio and the author of the book Unstoppable: How to Overcome Anxiety and Dominate in Business and in Life. And I have helped over 250 entrepreneurs become millionaires. More importantly, is I have helped dozens, if not hundreds of entrepreneurs who came to me, messaging me from the emergency room saying, Craig, I know what you're feeling or know what you did feel. I'm having an anxiety attack right now. It feels like there's a refrigerator on my chest. Please help me. And I was able to help those people get back to normal and grow their businesses through the information that you're going to get today for free. So before we go on, I'd love a couple of things from you. Make sure to hit subscribe so that you get more great content like this, and share this with everybody because everyone is going through anxiety right now. Everyone is feeling burnt out. We're going through a crazy last 5 years of the world, and the next 5 years are probably going to be crazy too. And everyone's going to need the success mindset, the bulletproof success mindset that they're going to build from the content in this video. So let's dive into it. The reason I wanted to make this video is because back at one of my workshops, I had a guy named Bill and a guy named Will. And these guys were both successful CEOs, but one, Bill, was way more successful. And he would describe his day and how stress-free it was for how successful he was. And Will, who was new to my world, just kept on going, how is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? I'm so burnt out. And Bill and I sat down and gave him these 7 tips. Number 1, you must slow down to speed up. This sounds so counterintuitive, but surprisingly, Bill, my successful client, worked very little in the business. Okay, he wasn't doing the day-to-day tasks. He wasn't uploading stuff to the website. He wasn't editing videos. He wasn't running around. No, he was strategically working on the business. He was slowing down and taking what we call white space walks and having time to think so he could come up with the big ideas and solve the big problems. Will, on the other hand, was doing everything. He was putting all the work on his back. He was suffering in silence, and because he was so busy, he had no time for reflection. He needed to slow down so he could speed up, which meant he had to automate, delegate, and eliminate in his business to free up his time. And so that's what you have to do. You have to ruthlessly cut the fluff from your life so that you have more space in your brain, more space in your schedule, so that you can focus on what matters. Number 2, you have to think bigger and bolder. You can't have an abundance mindset if you have a scarcity mindset. And you can't have a lot of success if you don't have an abundance mindset. You have to be optimistic, not pessimistic. If you're scarcity, pessimistic, penny pinching, and you think the world's going to end, man, that stress is just going to contract you into a tiny little ball, or like my friend Bedros Keuilian says, your sphincter is going to pucker up because you're just so negative. And that's just going to weigh on you. It's going to be a huge burden. And if you don't have an outlet, you're going to suffer in silence. And then the more you push that down, the greater it's going to blow up. On the flip side, though, if you think big and bold, if you're optimistic about the future, if you take advantage of the opportunities and you have that mindset of, I'm going to go and meet a lot of great people, that's going to be helpful for you. Because I truly believe the more good people you know in life, the easier everything is going to be. So make sure you put that in place, because you can't save the world by destroying yourself. Number 3, it's your duty and obligation to take your service to the world. The knowledge, the talents, the skills that you have inside of you need to be shared with the world. For example, when I created the Perfect Day Formula, I shared it with Russell Brunson. And Russell Brunson created ClickFunnels, which is a company that has helped thousands, if not millions, of entrepreneurs to share their message with the world. But it was only because Russell was able to make time, that white space in his days from the Perfect Day Formula, that he was able to have those big and bold ideas that he was then able, because of his duty and obligation, to take to the world. And it's through that generosity of spirit that it will get you through any tough times. I remember when I was going through my anxiety attack, I was looking for outlets to go and flip the script to take me from anxious to abundant. And I realized, you know what, I can just go online and I can answer questions on my social media. I can help these strangers. And when I did that, I felt better, and it opened me up, because it's my duty and my obligation to take my solutions to the world, just like it is for you. But every day you wait, hesitate, or procrastinate, you're suffering and the world is suffering. And it's that vicious cycle of everyone's suffering, which adds to that stress and burnout. So my friend, I have 2 questions for you. If not now, when? And if not you, then who? Think about what you have to bring to the world. And when you put your energy behind that generosity and giving to the world, it will destroy any burnout in your way. I mean, Elon Musk, that guy is running all those companies. He's working so much. Why isn't he burnt out and off on a Hawaiian vacation? Because of the purpose and the power of that purpose that drives him every day. So you need to harness the power of purpose in your life too, because the world needs you now more than ever. Number 4, as it says on the hat, success loves speed. And on the other side, delay kills dreams. So if you're waiting, hesitating, and procrastinating, not only are you killing your own dreams, you're killing the dreams of others. You must take fast action so that you get other people to take massive fast action. And when everybody's taking action in a positive direction, we won't suffer from burnout because we'll be so inspired by the victories that we're achieving along the way. You must never give up on getting people to watch your videos, read your emails, read your tweets, watch your Instagram reels, whatever you're doing, keep on pushing and be appreciative for all the views and all the feedback that you get. Aspire to be inspired by the conversations that you inspire. Because if you let that momentum slip away, it might be gone forever. So ride that momentum and that wave of motivation to taking the next action step. Number 5, you got to set your ego aside. You must seek out a coach or a mentor, someone who has been there and done that, who's achieved what you want to achieve, who shares your morals and ethics, and who you have great rapport with. And when you find this person, they will give you the accountability that you need to take it to the next level. Accountability to somebody you deeply do not want to disappoint. Let me say that again. Accountability to somebody that you deeply do not want to disappoint is what is going to help you move mountains in your life. It's what helped me overcome anxiety. It's what helped me overcome being an introvert. It's what helped me find the love of my life and live my best life. And I want the same for you, but it's only by having that mentor guiding you that'll make the path to success smoother and easier and faster. And that is a major key in reducing burnout. Number 6, you cannot go it alone. You need to be around like-minded, positive people. I often speak to entrepreneurs and I tell them most of the time you're living on lonely entrepreneur island, right? You hang around your brother-in-law who just wants to go golfing and get a break from his corporate job. You hang around your old beer drinking buddies from college who just want to pull you down into another football game that doesn't matter. The other people in your community are not as positive as you. They're negative. They're always talking about things and dragging you down and gossiping. That's regular life. And once in a while, you have the opportunity to go to an event, a mastermind group, a workshop where there'll be other like-minded, positive people. Even going to the gym, going to church, getting involved in positive community programs. You need to do that because you cannot go it alone. Powerful moments are made when you put positive people together. And trust me, as an introverted person by nature, going to events full of hundreds of strangers was so difficult. But I remember the very first event that I went to in a completely new industry. I still have friends from the event over 15 years ago, really good friends. And if I can do it, you can do it too, because the positive people in the room will change your life. And number 7, the reason we wear this hat, you must become emotionally resilient and anti-fragile. The 11 out of 10 is a mindset. It's the grateful persistence we have for the problems in our life. Because I discovered over my 20 years of coaching people that there's 3 types of entrepreneurs. There's the entrepreneur who's like, yeah, everything's okay, it's fine. And they're pretty emotionally stable. Then there's the entrepreneur who hits the panic button. And you want to avoid being that person who says it's a 1 out of 10 because they got a refund this week. Man, you're going to hit burnout, you're going to hit frustration, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be depressed if a little bad thing happens and your world crumbles. Don't be a chicken little. And then there's the 3rd type of entrepreneur. The entrepreneur who even in their worst week is an 11 out of 10. Always feeling great. Grateful that they have the opportunity to persist through problems. Because we all have problems. If you don't have problems, you're dead. And you'd much rather have problems than be dead. Trust me. So when you bring that 11 out of 10 attitude, that energy to everything that you do, burnout fades away and inspiration increases. which brings you momentum and motivation and attracts more positive people to you. It's all a virtuous cycle. Remember, before, a vicious cycle, bad attitude, bad days. But a virtuous cycle is good attitude, good people, good days, and it just compounds. And the next thing you know, burnout's so far behind you because success is in front of you. And when you have those 7 mindsets in place, you will become unstoppable. You will never suffer from burnout. And most importantly, because the world needs you now more than ever, you will be there to give the world what it needs. This is Craig Valentine from Early to Rise Radio. I hope you got pumped up from today's show. I'd love to hear from you on Instagram at Real Craig Valentine. Let me know what your favorite piece of today's show was. And ask me your questions down below. Drop a comment or ask me a question on Instagram so that we are able to bring more great content to you and your friends. So don't forget to subscribe and share this with a friend who needs the mindset kick in the butt today. So let's get out there. Let's keep going. Let's kick burnout to the curb because we have so much to do and we're just getting started.